Welcome to Equals to. We are back after a short break.
How you have your morning coffee and you cannot do without. Yoga should be that part of your life. I think that was a great time that we had.
Absolutely.
I still watch those videos and laugh.
Welcome to Equals to. We are back after a short break. It's going to be an interesting one because this one features a very close friend of mine, someone who at a very young age adapted a very, very unique profession, has made it her own. There are traditions that she's kind of broken. Before I introduce you to her, let me introduce you to the concept. This time in Equals to, we are talking about how your mind, body, soul, when aligned, works in tandem to get you the best results. We're talking about yoga. A certain gentleman who leads our country has made it extremely famous. And corporates in India, about data stats show about 44% corporates have adopted this entire philosophy, who've actually seen, as they say, about 56% lower absenteeism and 30% rise in productivity. One of the names behind teaching, educating, and getting people used to yoga, I included. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rupal. Welcome, Rupal, to Equals to. They call you Muscles as well. And this is going to be a very interesting episode that we're going to be sharing, because this is a very different light that we're going to be conversing within.
Yes. First of all, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me, everyone. I think this is going to be a very different conversation for the first time. You're right.
And you are so unlike when you project someone from a yoga background in a kurta pajama, in a very linen kind of an avatar.
Yes.
And then here arrives Rupal. Have you had that reaction?
Yes.
Actually, when people actually call you for the first time, they say, ek trial session karte hain. And then here is this phenomena called Rupal who walks in. What's the reactions like?
Thank you, first of all. The reaction is actually, they expect like somebody who's more subtle, who will be quiet in class, who will not like, if they know me, of course, they know that I'm chirpy. But the usual expectation of a yoga class and yoga teacher is that a quiet lady or man will come into class dressed up all in either kurta pajama or something loose or something that's decently fitted, and will perform all the postures, not talk during class, create a vibe in class where it's like, all calm. I beg to differ. I believe yoga classes are supposed to be absolute fun while indulging into the, while embracing the quietness. It's very important also to let out what you have inside. Sure. So I think everybody, all my clients, all my students, even in the school that I run, in fact, you as well, you have been one of my students.
Yeah.
You all would know that I am a very sadistic teacher. I find joy in other people's pain only and only for the reason that I know that what I'm doing is going to give results.
Yeah.
And I think that, I think breaking barriers is something I've taken up personally.
Yeah, you reminded me of a sadistic episode between you and me where you asked me to bend backwards.
I still have the video.
You still have the video. Yeah, of course. I think you'll use it till I go to my grave. But I thought I was doing a very good job until you showed me that video.
And then you were like, wow, how nicely I performed. And the second you saw the video, and actually everybody else, I think everybody was sitting in line, and I make them all do the back bend. And the takeaway from that was that I got to make you do some stretches. I was very happy to see you being there, the first person waking everybody up, knocking on everybody's doors.
Yeah.
And, the person who's never done it so seriously, so religiously. You were there, you came as my student.
Absolutely.
No questions asked. And I think that was a great time that we had.
Absolutely.
I still watch those videos and laugh and cherish the friendship we do have.
Absolutely. Well, of course, I got to yoga started with you, right?
Oh, yes.
It's been a minor part of my life. I wouldn't say I've done a very fabulous job at it. But alongside sports, it's been something that I've actually cherished. stretching, the basics that I keep following keeps getting me back to the alignment. And I can actually talk from experience
Yes.
that I think it definitely makes you calmer. Though your sessions might be extremely chirpy, but the output
Of it.
is very, very calm.
Yes.
You spoke about your students getting surprised and stuff like that. And I'm sure a lot of your followers already know what you do for a living. A few of my followers who actually tend to hook on and watch Equals to would like to know the kind of students. And Rupal Sidhpura is a celebrity yoga trainer. That's the kind of caption that comes with you, doesn't it?
You know, I don't know if I can mention this, but in your previous podcast, somebody said that, you know, when I Googled myself. So, Rupal Sidhpura Faria is something that I did not know I created. Like, you know, I would like to stick to what point he made.
Yeah.
I did not know what I made of myself till actually not even me. My nephew Googled me.
Okay.
Vian, I don't know if you know him, but he Googled me and he was like, Rupal Masi is a celebrity yoga trainer and she has so many articles on Google and different news channels and all that. And I was like, you know, you never pay attention because you've not personally gone there and given
How
all
humble,
these.
Rupal.
I swear I didn't know.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know, and every time I feel like I'm having a downer, I just have to go to Google, type my own name.
Oh, how nice.
And just find out. But yeah, I mean, I think I worked really hard to be where I am.
Sure.
I never really I never worked to get into the array of celebrities or socialites. I always worked towards one main goal, which was to open a school.
Yeah.
Open a school, certify enthusiasts of yoga, and to create like the atmosphere of maintaining that authenticity of yoga, which is very, like, I cannot tell you, it's negligible today.
True.
And it's like, you know, today, because the modern version of yoga has taken over so much that it's become so commercial, you know. And in my school of yoga, I try to give internships to all the students who come to me. I do very limited batches, just twice in a year, because obviously I don't have time also. But again, I make sure that these students, they are certified only when they stick to the authenticity of yoga. Today, when people, like, you know, people ask me that, a lot of my friends actually ask me, and people around me ask me, I'm diverting from the topic, but I want to bring this up, that why aren't you doing anything fancy on your Instagram or on your YouTube? Why aren't you doing certain things that, you know, like there are trends of movement trends and, you know, different kind of trends. I'm a CrossFitter as well. I'm into high rocks training. I'm doing all sorts of things. I never want to follow trends. You know why? Because when you learn yoga, there is nothing called yoga body or CrossFit body, by the way. When I started teaching, I realized that these trends are just trends, as the word goes. Basically, when you're doing all these things, you never know what your body is used to and what it's not.
True.
Just to follow the trend, you're going to enjoy yourself. And it's not something I believe in. Like beer yoga and doga. And this is not what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick to the basics, because people tend to forget that. The results you get from the basics is not what you're going to get from the advanced version of things.
True that. Actually, having experienced that, I can completely agree with you on that one. In fact, when we look at it, we briefly spoke about the celebrities and the socialites part of it. The pressure levels are different than what we experience in the corporate world, right? Their success or failure is literally a Friday to a Friday kind of a piece, right? And for a socialite, probably the validation is more from the external world than from their internal self. How does yoga kind of bring that kind of a demeanor? Because when I started the episode, I spoke about how corporates have actually aligned to this entire phenomena, and you know, India is one of the top 3 countries across the globe who adopts. And if I'm not wrong, where did yoga originate? Even is it India? India, right? So you know, something that we've actually been a part of our culture as well. But when you look at the trends and when you look at the kind of people you are training, what are the top things that you keep in the back of your mind so that you don't push the envelope as well? Plus they get, you know, I would say used to or kind of addicted to the entire basics of yoga.
There are different kind of people who come to you. whether they're a socialite, whether they're a celebrity, everybody is a body to me, right?
Yeah.
And that was my first experience when I went to train Kareena Kapoor. I was so nervous. And in my head, I was thinking, oh my God, she's such a diva and she's such a, like, you know, huge celebrity and such a star. And like, I was training so hard by then, but I was a specialist in prenatal. And then I realized that when I train somebody like that, it is so important to know that they're first a body. Their takeaways is like what you said, like, you know, their validation from the external world, right? Yoga teaches them something very opposite to that. They validate themselves. Like, it's like at the end of the day, they are the ones who are going to be there for themselves. And yoga gives them the courage and the power and the stability, where no matter what kind of schedule, of course, it's going to eventually it does get to you. No matter what kind of schedule you have, what kind of hardships you go through. The life of an actor, people think that, oh, they just have to act in front of the camera, but it's not true. It's very difficult to be an actor, and it takes a lot to basically get there. Yoga brings that balance in their lives. Apart from keeping them fit and working on erratic schedules and getting them to a particular body shape and maintaining fitness levels, pregnant agar koi ho gaya, and then going on to getting back into shape to get into the next movie, right? So all of that definitely, but mentally, the stability that brings that comes about while doing yoga, it's fantastic. And I love the dedication that these guys have, because I remember being at Archie's, the set. I was there with Suhana and everybody. And Zoya was mainly the person I was training. She was waking up at 3:34 every morning, and I was there, and we would, every single day, we have done 4 a.m. yoga mornings. And we would enjoy the view of Ooty and see around and everything. And she'd have, after the session, we'd just sit and we'd just chit chat or maybe have a coffee. And then she would go. Except for the off days, but we still didn't miss on the off days.
That's such an important lesson from that, right? Because what you just said about your experience on that set is mentally you get aligned when your day starts. So when, you know, the takeaway for me is that you need to prep every day. You cannot prep once and say, you know what, I'm good for the next 1 month. You've got to prep every day. You've got to put in that hard work. You've got to put in those hours. And we tend to take it for granted sometimes that, you know what, it's going to happen naturally. But you've got to put in that hard work. The other takeaway, Rupal, I got from what you said, they're all a body to me. They are brands, they are names, but they are body to me. And, you know, I keep telling, you know, I'm a paddle player now. I keep playing with various folks around. I've been a cricketer in the past. And the way we were brought up was always to watch the ball and not the bowler. Right? So what that basically means is it's the exact lesson that you kind of say. And when you put that into a context of saying, if today in a corporate life, everybody practices that, and that practice from yoga can actually be on your paper, it's a discipline of how do I get my day right? Right? Just have that patience to spend that 30 minutes or 20 minutes and then get down to your business. Right? It gives you so much more than, you know, just picking up. We are all, because of WhatsApp, so available to the world today, right? That I think our days are dictated by what someone else wants to do and not what you want to do. So I think the inner healing part of it comes from yoga as well.
It totally does. Like what you said, no, I'll just add something to that. Yoga, people think, is related to just asanas, pranayams and kriyas. Yoga is a way of life. It's teaching you how to live your life on an everyday basis. So basically, of course, there are days when we all feel low on energy, low on mental health, low on something. But it's like when that happens and you step on the mat, even if you're not doing loud movements, right? You're just like moving your fingers or maybe moving your toes. That is going to give you that kind of push mentally, because you're taking that time out to yourself. So how you have your morning coffee and you cannot do without it, yoga should be that part of your life. Where if I'm thinking of a negative situation, there's this thing called Pratipaksha Bhavana, where you are applying that to your life if you think of something negative, like I was scared to sit on the chair and do a podcast while I'm not feeling so well. I thought, what if it goes well? I'm meeting Amit, for God's sake. I mean, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
So I thought exactly the opposite. So that concept, when you apply, there are so many concepts like that. When you apply that to your regular life, take yoga not just as asanas and kriyas and pranayam. That's your daily fix. Your daily fix. Take that capsule in your life every morning.
Yeah.
Set an intention for the day, which I do every single day. It's now, though it happens, I don't even need to like sit 5 minutes and just like, no, I don't do all that. I don't do all that. I get off from the bed and I start my day.
Yeah.
I avoid touching my phone. I avoid touching my phone at least for 30 minutes after I wake up. I cannot go longer than that because, of course, my classes don't allow me to.
Yeah.
But few things, 12 glasses of water every day, 8 hours of sleep, for women 9 if possible, because of the kind of challenges women go through physically and mentally both. Daily practice of pranayamas, if not the entire asanas. Watch what you're doing on your fitness journey. You need not do something just because it's fancy and it's trending. Stick to the basics and you'll get where you have to. And last but not the least, have at least 4 to 6 meals every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one I'll jump on.
I'm sure everybody will. But it also depends what kind of meals you're having.
Yeah.
So there are these quick fixes. People think that this is biohacking.
Not rocket science, actually.
Yeah, it's not rocket. It's this thing that they call biohacking. This is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to follow these little things.
Yeah.
You know, and you will have a very healthy start to your day. And it doesn't take much to do
Well
that.
summarized, Rupal. Very well summarized. I had a very interesting question, which wasn't a part of my initial thought.
Okay.
You just said you said a very difficult Sanskrit word just now. What was that word? Pashu
Pratipaksha bhavana.
Pratipaksha bhavana. Now, everyone who knows me knows that I'm very bad with names. And every time I've trained with you, you sound very fancy, but of course, there's a lot of relevance to it. How do you remember all these words?
It's quite easy actually.
How?
Oh my God. You don't need to. हम रट थोड़ी रहे हैं.
You know, I enter a meeting, and this is a trade secret, but whenever I enter a meeting, every colleague next to me is mandated in the diary to write the names of everyone who's sitting in front of me.
Oh my God.
Because I can't remember names, right? So I come down to chief, buddy, lady, ma'am, these terminologies to get away with the conversation. And here you are using these very relevant Sanskrit words at the right time, at the right place. So I'd love to learn that skill of how do you remember these words?
It's very easy. One, you need to know it's been 17 years in this profession.
Absolutely.
And that's profession. I have been into yoga since my childhood.
Oh, is
Because
it?
of my dad, yes.
Okay.
So I've seen my dad do yoga at the Yoga Institute. There's this place in Santa Cruz. I needed to channelize my energy. There's so much energy, like I don't want to get into violence. So of course, this was one of the ways. But I think understanding the concepts, like there's Pratipaksha Bhavana, then there is Anitya Bhavana, change is the only constant in life.
Yeah.
Simple. You just need to get into it. Like then there is, the Purusharths, in which anything you do in life, what we are doing also comes under these 4 things: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha.
That I have heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
I was
you
a
have.
Sanskrit student myself.
I'm sure.
Don't
How
remember
do you,
it beyond.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So it's basically like many things come together, and when you apply it to your life, it's very easy.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And you love applying it to your life because of the results you see after that.
Oh, definitely do, right? I think sports does that for me,
Yes.
right? It's pretty addictive. It keeps calling you back. I have seen tons of my friends follow yoga. I have seen so many people go the other way as well, right?
Yeah.
You have good habits and you have bad habits, and people need to make the right choices for how it shapes them. And I kind of followed yoga for a good year and a half. I've lost touch with it for a while, but I definitely don't think I've lost it. I think I will come around. make time for it for sure. We spoke about you starting very, very early. Quickly tell me, what was your journey like? What prompted you into this tangent and not the corporate life? And you're an entrepreneur yourself.
Yeah.
And you run your own business in
Yes.
that sense. So what led you to this, if you can throw some light on that?
I started off because of my dad initially, of course. Got into it because I had a little difficulty in putting on weight, which was coming in the way of my marriage. Like my in-laws were very concerned that, I should be a little more healthier. They thought that being thin is not a good way to go about things. But then soon they understood that, I have more energy than a person who would be like, the way they want.
People need to spend 15 minutes with you.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you. So I got into Yoga Institute where I was doing a residential course where I decided that, okay, I'm going to do this course. I'm going to sleep, drink, eat, whatever they give, and I'm going to put on weight and then I'm going to go back. And I'm going to continue doing yoga the way I did. But it changed my life completely because not only did it teach me yoga and the skills and, my body changed, which changed my mind, which changed me emotionally, I became a stronger human being. I mean, like I was already strong, but mentally strong. I had my thoughts straight. I had my career path straight. It gave me so much clarity. And moving on, I decided that, okay, I'm going to teach, but I'm going to start with yoga therapy, then school, of course. And then I started learning at different places in India, outside of India, got in touch with a few friends, opened a school, Rishikesh mein jo hai, I brought it to Bombay.
Nice.
And then celebrities just happened by chance where I was working out and Anurag Kashyap spotted me doing some monkey things, monkeying around, and he was like, you have to teach me. And that's how.
Wonderful, wonderful. What's your bucket list now like? Top 3 things that you'd like to achieve?
So I decided to start training people abroad. Madrid is my go-to place where I have, done things. I want to expand and take it to Bali, which I'm working on right now. It's in the pipeline.
Wonderful.
And I want to, many people don't know, but I love baking.
Oh, really?
And I want to do something in that. Start a cafe with healthy stuff. And in terms of yoga, I think I want to, it's a vast subject.
Yeah.
You can never stop learning.
Absolutely.
So I'm going deeper and deeper into the Vedas, I'm studying Vedanta right now. And I think I'll keep studying the rest of my life. I love it.
How nice.
Absolutely love it. There's no major bucket list. I just want to travel the world. And teach yoga everywhere I go. But yeah, there's certain things I don't like to keep goals. I think I accept everything that comes my way and I love it that way.
Nice way to live. Beautiful way to live. Well, that brings me to the last part of our conversation. We always end with something called the equals to game. Very innovative, right?
Yes. It is.
So we throw a word to you,
Okay.
right? And what does that word equals to in your life?
Oh my God.
Right? So you've not seen these one before, so you could take a little while, but not too much.
Okay.
Okay. Sweat.
Yoga.
Okay. Breath.
Life.
Well, the next one. Peace.
Us. You and me.
Wonderful. And let me throw social media.
Hoax.
Hoax. And finally, I would say life.
Happy.
That truly is you. Thank you so much for this conversation. Let me tell people that I've known you for the last 4 years. Post-COVID is where we bumped into each other.
Yes.
In this very fun group that the team puts together called BHX, right? If people haven't tried it, they should hit that page up as well. Because you'll end up meeting some wonderful folks. And there's almost a decade of difference between you and me.
Yes.
But I landed up learning quite a bit from you out there. I think I landed up parting some sense into you as well. The gray hair probably helped, right? And you were both receptive and you were very kind. Though you're very loud, I think there is a wonderful human being within that, right? And it's been a friendship since then. You led me on to yoga, so thank you so much for that as well, right? You cannot forget, who gifted you these skills to start off with.
Yes.
And eventually, I think you're a very, very happy person. So I think that's what people need to take back, that discipline can get you levels of satisfaction that those little social media bursts don't get you, or the little validations from the outside world don't get you. It was a pleasure talking to you. And I hope people who listen in take something back from today's conversation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for keeping it simple.
Absolutely. Well, that's it, folks. We'll see you around in the next episode. And this was a real fun chat for me to catch up with an old friend and to catch up with life learnings from life itself. This is Amit Relin signing off.